The urgent multi-agency manhunt continues for a former police chief turned convicted criminal in Arkansas. Now, authorities are searching this rugged terrain by land, air, and water, and it may expand underground to the state's some 2,000 documented caves. Grant Hardin escaped prison Sunday disguised as a prison guard. Take a look at this picture. Look at him. He's just sneaking out, and he has been on the run ever since. Before his escape, the 56-year-old was serving an 80-year prison sentence stemming from a 2017 murder, and his DNA was collected at the time of the arrest, and that also connected him to a brutal rape case that occurred decades earlier. Police now telling the community the so-called devil of the Ozarks should be considered dangerous because he has nothing to lose.
You know, I just tell the citizens here in Gateway, because we're so small, there's only like 400 and some of us here, that, you know, to stay vigilant, lock your doors. If you have guns, load them. And if you see anything, I don't care if it's somebody that you don't even know what's going on, call. It doesn't hurt to call to make that, you know, to make them come out.
News Nation's Xavier Walton is in Arkansas where the search is happening. He joins us live. Yesterday, Xavier, we saw you on the side of the road where police were searching vehicles. What's happening today behind you?
Well, Laura, that checkpoint still is there, and there are several other checkpoints around the county as well, just even coming into Calico Rock. About 7 miles out. We were stopped ourselves, but law enforcement essentially using every resource possible. That includes a new $10,000 reward for any information leading to his capture. But we're talking canines, we're talking horseback, we're talking drones, helicopters. And, you know, this area called Calico Rock, that's for a reason. It's because it's rocky. The terrain is rugged, extremely rugged. Law enforcement, you mentioned this too, also searching the waterways. You see it just behind us. The Ozarks, home to thousands of rivers, creeks, and caves. You mentioned that as well. We went out with an expert guide with the Calico Rock Trout Dock. He used to work with the Fish and Game Services for 30+ years. We were out on the water. He was pointing out different areas that Hardin could be hiding. And while he said it would be the quickest way to escape on the water, he said it wouldn't necessarily be the easiest.
We're on Moccasin Creek off of White River, and the prison is back that direction, and right here is the train trestle, the train track right here. Now, if he made it to that, and another thing too, of course you can't ever tell it was cold, but this would be an ideal place for him to come down the river, you know, so the dogs couldn't track him.
Theoretically, we're only a few miles away from the prison.
Very few.
He could get on the tracks, follow the tracks, get onto the creek, float to the river, and get away, escape, go further, faster.
Yes, he could, if he was tough enough.
What do you mean if he was tough enough?
Well, now you got to think about hypothermia and stuff like that, you know. But if he could, you know, get some way, it is possible.
So it is possible. Whether or not that happened, we don't know. But law enforcement certainly searching waterways. Something else to point out, Laura, our expert, he was looking around and he was pointing out different areas he could be hiding. That includes cabins that are abandoned or summer cabins, and those people necessarily haven't been there for quite some time. You think about the vast area, and also this, the weather, that plays a role. It might have been obscuring some of his tracks too, because it has rained lately.
Xavier, it's wild to watch. I was just going to ask you when you were going down the river, I mean, are you guys worried that he could be on the sides of that river? I mean, he could come out. I mean, they just don't know where he is.
And that's exactly why you keep your head on a swivel. Even yesterday when we were by the prison guards on the train tracks, I was sitting there by myself looking around like he could be anywhere. He could literally be hiding in plain sight and we wouldn't see him.
Everyone has to remain vigilant and, of course, make that call, as we heard from law enforcement there. Xavier Walton, thank you. Be careful and bring us up to speed when you hear something new. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.